When you model a composite state whose substates occur in sequence, you always use the initial pseudostate to show which substate occurs first. Sometimes, though, it's possible to enter a composite state or a submachine at more than one point. The entry point pseudostate indicates the possibility of other entry points and transitions than the default. In this example here, we have a composite state for a washing machine called running. Here's our initial pseudostate, and so these substates happen in this order. You've seen this before: washing, rinsing, spinning, and then the final state. Some washing machines, however, let you start off by pre-soaking. So if we create a substate called pre-soaking, we can show that that's an optional entry point to the running state for the washing machine. And the way we show this is by using the entry point pseudostate, which is represented as an open circle, that we label. We'll say select pre-soak. And of course, the reason that you want to label your entry point is to indicate under what conditions, other than the normal ones, other than the default, we would use this entry point. So normally, in the normal cycle, we just start with washing. But under this condition, select pre-soak, we're going to start with pre-soaking, and we'll put in some transitions to show that. From pre-soaking, then we move on to the next substate of washing. So as you can see here, this shows two possible ways to enter the running composite state for a washing machine. You can either go through the normal cycle. We know this is the normal cycle because the initial pseudostate indicates it's the default of washing, rinsing, and spinning. Or we can enter in the pre-soaking substate if we select pre-soak, and then we would go pre-soaking, washing, rinsing, and spinning. Remember always to label your entry point pseudostate if you use them. So on the flip side, it's also possible to show more than one exit point. It may be possible to leave a composite state for more than one substate. Here we have an example of a car wash, and the normal for the running state in the car wash, the normal sequence of substates is washing, rinsing, waxing, and then we exit the running state for the car wash. If the car wash offers, let's call it an econo wash option, you could get just washing and rinsing and then be finished. So we indicate rinsing as a possible exit point like this. It's a circle with an X in it. And just as you label your entry points, you also need to label your exit points. And again, this is to show under what conditions, other than the default, we would exit the composite state at this point. So we'll just say here econo wash mode. And again, put in some transitions. So you can show that in the econo wash mode, you would exit after the rinsing substate and be finished. So our default mode is washing, rinsing, waxing, and then we exit the composite state. Our econo wash mode is just washing and rinsing. Entry points and exit points give you a lot of flexibility in your diagrams so that you can show situations and conditions other than the default that would cause the entering or leaving your composite state. So in other words, it shows other possible transitions than the default.